The Buddhist bodhisattva named Vajrapani is one of the three main bodhisattvas, possibly four, that you hear about. The most common, Lokeshvara, Manjushri, Maitreya, and Vajrapani. Then the three, Manjushri, Lokeshvara, and Vajrapani, they create their own kind of triad, body, speech, and mind kind of thing for all Buddhas. So there's different levels of meaning. But regardless, we have Vajrapani coming out of the Sutra tradition, and we have Vajrapani in the Vajrayana tradition. And we have art from both. Now, the art from coming out of the Sutra tradition portrays Vajrapani generally, in almost all cases, as peaceful in appearance, holding a Vajra or a Vajra scepter and a bell. A Vajra in the right hand, a bell in the left hand. Now, in the Vajrayana tradition, again, we have two types. We have generally peaceful appearance and then wrathful appearance. We also have the four levels of Tantra. So, and we have the four activities. We have the three moods. So we have all this added complexity in how we really look at different figures and identify them as being a Vajrapani. Now, the problem really that arises with Vajrapani is in a number of different forms in the Vajrayana system. Then Vajrapani has the identical appearance to the white, one-faced, two-armed Vajrasattva. Now, this white, one-faced, two-armed Vajrasattva holding a Vajra scepter at the heart and a bell at the hip, with the right leg extended downward and the left leg drawn up. Actually, this form of Vajrasattva, this comes out of the Yoga Tantra classification. And it's become quite popular in Vajrayana with the primarily Kagyu and Nyingma traditions. Now, difference between the Kagyu and Nyingma is the Nyingma would have both legs up and folded in Vajra posture, and possibly there also could be a consort, although the hand postures are the same, with the scepter held at the heart and the bell held at the waist. This is not the same for the Sakya, Jonang, and associated traditions out of Tsang, and often for the Gelug it's not the same. The Vajrasattva that they use is one-faced, two-armed, but the two hands are crossed at the heart in the Vajra embracing gesture with a consort. And this is an Anuttara Yoga. This is a fourth level Tantra classification Vajrasattva. Okay, now the problem is, the Vajrasattva that's solitary with the right leg down is identical to many forms of peaceful Vajrapani that we find, again, in the Yoga Tantras. And we also find in some few cases in the lower Tantras of Kriya and Charya. So where this becomes a problem is actually with Western interpretation mostly, and it can be art historians, and then it can be religious context side both, where individuals are not understanding that this form of a white figure, male figure with one face, two arms, holding a Vajra and bell, isn't always Vajrasattva. It can be Vajrapani, it can be Heruka Vajrasattva, it could be a white Vajradhara. There's other things it can be, and this is what this really means is you cannot solely look at the attributes in the iconography of a figure. You also have to look at the context. Now, this, of course, is impossible with certain sculpture. But with painting, you also have to look at the context of the surrounding figures, secondary, tertiary figures of a painting.